Good afternoon, bass heads, headbangers, and ravers of all kinds. My name's Jenny. This is my YouTube channel, where you're learning everything that you need to know from the world's most organized raver, perspectively. And today, we're gonna do a special Halloween episode. Happy Halloween, everybody. We don't celebrate Halloween like that. There won't be any children coming to my door and asking you for candy. I know, I look sad. So today we're gonna be going into the dark side of festivals. We all know that it's all about peace, love, unity, and respect, but there are some people who are not there to do that. There's also people that think they're doing that and are not, and we should kind of help them. And there's also the side that I wanted to talk about involving party favors. What happens when things go south? What happens if you have a bad trip? That's basically what we're gonna be covering today, all right? So first off, I wanted to start off by saying that there is a light side and a dark side to everything. And what I mean by that is there's a shadow side to every light side. That's why we have shadows. That's why there is a night and a day. So when the earth rotates, some is light, some is dark. And that's just the polarity of almost everything that is on this universe, if not everything. With that, festivals are the place that we go to let free, to just express ourselves, be everybody that we can't be outside within the social constructs that are defined for us. So that is the bright side, the very bright side. And before I go into the dark side of it, I wanted to talk about how important it is to integrate that light side into our real world. It's so important to go to these festivals and not just go and have a good time for those 3 days and then forget about it until the next festival or the next year. No. It's the same thing that I believe about taking party favors. If you're going to do it, first of all, be responsible. Test what you're doing. Make sure that you know your limits and go into it with a positive intention. I guarantee you your results will be so much better. And with that, I'm not guaranteeing that everything is going to go great and that it will all be light, because unfortunately, especially when we're in these types of states, we attract energy at a higher level. So it's so important, with this said, to revolve yourself around positive people. You could be in the best environment ever, but if you're around people that are negative, you are by default going to attract that energy. And that could unfortunately bring you into the dark side or a bad trip. So back to integration. Take this moment, whatever you get out of the festival, with or without party favors, because you don't need to do party favors in order to enjoy yourself. That is an active choice that some people make, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not condoning or against the use. I'm just simply stating facts and things that I have observed over the years of raving. And the most important thing is, however your experience goes and whatever you do decide to do within the festival, take it back home with you, wherever that may be. Integrate it. Show people. And always remember that, as cliche and as old as this may be, it's so true. Actions speak louder than words. Show peace, show love, show unity, show respect. That's what this is all about. This is what, if you don't think that you have a purpose, I'm giving you not me, I'm not God, but I'm giving you something that you can find your purpose within. You're already going to music festivals. You're already participating in a movement. Take all of that back with you, and I guarantee you, if you just act through the way that you, the way that you were in the festival, I guarantee you people will start to absorb it. They'll be like, wow. And they won't directly pinpoint it on something or say, oh, it's because they went to festivals, maybe I should start doing festivals too. I mean, me specifically, I have been meditating, doing yoga, and changed my diet for about 6 months now. And everybody comes up to me always and asks me, what's your diet? What are you doing? And I have to tell them, it's a lifestyle change. It starts with you, and it's an active effort every day, every moment to do better and be better. That is all. Also, something to keep in mind, dark side stuff. Not everybody goes to festivals to listen to the music and have a good time. Some people have bad intentions. They go in either with the intention to steal, to take advantage of people that are inebriated and can't make coherent decisions for themselves. There are people that don't necessarily share the same vibe as we do in the positive sense, and that could bring you down during the festival. My recommendations to you is, again, your intuition is everything. If you feel something, do something. If you see something, say something. It's so important to keep our rave community as pristine as possible so we could help and enlighten as many people as possible. I truly believe that this is why the rave community came from the underground and is now exposed in a mainstream way. And I'm not saying that there are not hidden agendas behind that. Let me not go too deep into a rabbit hole and start talking about conspiracy theories, but there are lots and lots of facts pointing towards artists that are in the mainstream, and I'm not going to name names. You could do research if you'd like. But certain artists, again, there's a light side and a dark side. Not everybody's bad, not everybody's good. I'm just talking about certain people within the mainstream artists. These people, their managers, or maybe they're managers of their managers, or even above that, they're controlling, whether it be the visuals that we see, the frequencies that we hear, the chants. Those things all get programmed into our mind. It's important to go in with good intentions and good vibes, because if you do, then what you're doing in reality is applying Vaseline to your skin and allowing all that stuff to just roll off of you. There's always going to be bad things that are going to try to pull you down, but your job is to be as bright as possible. Do not accept the dark. Say, I see you, I know you're there, but you're not for me. Go away. Right? And there's always going to be dark parts in you. And I know that everybody can vouch for that. Just remember that it's a balance. You need to find a balance. We all need to find a balance. Because we're not all going to agree about the same thing ever. We're not all going to have the same mindset about everything. It's time to stop waving our true flags and saying this is what's right, and putting them down, sitting down, or not maybe sitting down, but just getting together and talking about how we can be better. Us united, we could turn everything around. It is not too late for humanity. It is not too late for the world. It is not too late for this human race. Last thing, fam. What happens if you do everything that you can and the dark just takes over? Something happens. You get tripped out, whether you're on party favors or not, because I get tripped out all the time, sober. Something like just trips me out and I go into like, a tit. Oh man. What happens? We have to accept without judgment what's happening to us at that very moment and let it go. We could observe it and then we let it go. If you're on party favors, remember that your current state is only temporary, and it was induced, and you induced it yourself. Another story is if you accidentally get slipped something, that's another story. But if that, God forbid, happens to you, remember that it's temporary. Have faith that everything will turn out for the best, and just know that your destiny was written. Your destiny is written, and as long as you're living in the light, you are living your destiny. Remember that you are a being of light and of energy. You're always at the right place at the right time. Life does not happen to you. Life happens for you. This is a little bit more for my EDC goers. EDC is a week away, and I wanted to do a little clip of what I believe about EDC. Pasquale, he has really, he knows what's going on, and he's such an amazing person within the community, and I want for everybody to question everything. You go to Kinetic Field, right? And you see the stage, and you see this being, right? A face on the stage. Don't just say, oh, it's a face, and go about it. No, question it. What is that face? Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this year is Gaia as well. Although I did see, forgot the name of her now. There's another being there. Forgot the name, but I'll look it up. Gaia. Last year was Gaia. If you look up Gaia, Gaia is where we need to be. And just like I was saying about the dark side earlier, and how we're implanted all these symbols and frequencies, and it also happens with the light side too. There are some beautiful divine frequencies. Off the top of my head, I can name 432 and 417, if I remember correctly. And I bring up Gaia to just say that you can look up at any point in time and remember, all right, that's where we're going. That's what we need to do. This is what this is all for. And let yourself be immersed by that light. And again, take that light with you, roll it up in a little ball, stick it in your pocket. When you get back, stick it in your suitcase and take it back home with you. Spread it. Thank you guys so much for listening today. Happy Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed the dark side of festivals. Always remember, stay bassy, stay nerdy, and I love you guys. Namaste.